Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for each life path number for September 2024. Can't believe we're already into the fall here in the Northern Hemisphere, but here we are. So we'll break that down as we move into the reading. Before we get into it, though, this, of course, is a general reading. If you would like a personalized forecast where we'll take a look at your own personal numerology, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below, and I would love to work with you. All right, let's take a look to see what September has in store for us. Life path number 8. So you are going to be working with the vibration of the 25-7 this month. So there is a possibility that you may see something come in that's either expected or unexpected, where you are going to have some kind of change of residence, some kind of change of job or responsibilities. Something could come in that shifts that. So it could be both, right? Where you get a job opportunity that requires you to move. And it's a great opportunity. So you say yes. And so you have to kind of move through that process of change. That is definitely possible. But there could be some major shifts in the work that you do. Your involvement even within your community could change this month. And all of it is pushing you to greater alignment, with where you are at on your journey at this point. So I would say definitely be open to it. And I feel like this is going to be whatever change comes in. It might be a little bit uncomfortable as you're moving through it, but I think once you get to the other side of it, you'll see why it was so important that this had to happen, right? Like why this change needed to occur. And I think you'll be able to find your footing pretty quickly, and it will feel good, right? The outcome feels light and sort of exciting also. Even though the transition process might be a little bit bumpy or feel a little uncomfortable. I think once you get to the other side of it, you're going to be so happy that this came in for you, whatever this may be. There can be with this vibration some trials and tribulations that'll sort of need to be overcome and work through. And it doesn't have to be anything catastrophic. It can simply be like, you've got to figure out, like maybe I'm just going to use the example I used at the beginning, right? So let's say that you got a job and you have to move. So there's a lot of details that need to be addressed in order for that to occur. And that can feel at times challenging and like you're being put through a trial, right? Like you've got to figure out the ins and outs and the intricacies of it and the details and have a strategy. So same thing with like if let's say that you want to apply for a new job. It's not necessarily going to be the easiest process, but once you get on the other side of the process, it has the potential to be highly successful and very rewarding and very fulfilling. And I think that's ultimately what I'm trying to say here is there's likely going to be some kind of change or shift that would be coming in for you this month, or at least you'll get you'll understand that that's coming, right? You'll know what it is. But the process of that change can feel a little bit tumultuous, can feel a little bit like it's a challenge. But once you get on the other side of it, it's going to be worth it. This is definitely an energy that says, success can absolutely be yours, whatever success means to you, but it won't be handed to you under this energy. It's one where you have to kind of do the investigative work. You have to put the puzzle pieces together. And once you get through that, then you can see fully what you're meant to do with it. And there can be great success in that, great fulfillment with that. So it is ultimately very beautiful, right? Same thing with like the whole, I got a job and I've got to change locations. I got to move out of state or something, or out of country or whatever. That's really exciting. And especially if it's a job that we really are excited to do. But the process of that move and, selling things and all of the things that go into it is the chore, right? That is where the trials come in. But again, it will pay off. It will be worth it type of thing. So however it shows up for you, just know that when you're in it and you're moving through it and you're trying to figure it out and you're moving through the process, it can feel a little overwhelming and daunting, and you might be like, why am I bothering type thing, and this is so frustrating type of thing. But just know that under this vibration, whatever you sort of initiate, start, pursue, will ultimately very likely be successful and worth every amount of effort that you put into it. Would definitely say be mindful of your thoughts this month and what you believe and take action on, right? So what thoughts are you saying yes to? What are you taking action? What thoughts are you taking action from, and why? So if it serves you, if it's good for you, great. Then don't second guess it. Don't question it. But if you're having negative thoughts about self, about others, about whatever, ask yourself why you're choosing to believe it. So again, a big sort of point of contention for 8s is a lack of confidence, right? Or this feeling like not being worthy or not being ready to share their expertise, or not being, just that imposter syndrome is a big one for 8s a lot of times. And so this month, if that comes in strong for you, I would invite you to explore why you believe what you believe about yourself that's holding you back, right? Why do you believe that you're not capable? Why do you believe that you're not good enough? Why do you believe, etc., right? And why are you taking action from that? Or I should say inaction, right? Because if we don't believe that we are capable of something, then we're not going to pursue it because we don't want to move through that, right? So you might be faced with that this month, where you really have to sit down and kind of take a closer look at where it is that you're tripping yourself up because of your thoughts or your belief system. And that might be the thing that needs to change this month, right? And you might need to start that process of changing that, and it will absolutely be worth it, especially as an 8. I mean, for anybody, but especially as an 8. Would also say don't be too hasty this month. Take your time. So, you don't have to rush through things. You don't have to, have all the answers right now. You don't have to know exactly how it's going to turn out. Just take your time. Slow it down. And it will all resolve. It will all work out. But you're going to have to be at the helm of that, right? Like you're going to be the one that's making it work out. But you can sort of slow down and not give into the impulsivity that might show up this month. It's interesting because you have sheep energy that you're working with this month. And it's so funny because immediately what kind of comes to mind when I see sheep energy is like that follow the leader, right? Like, sheep kind of follow the shepherd, right? Or the herding dog or whatever. And it's interesting because 8s are anything but followers. They are absolutely meant to be leaders in this lifetime. But this is interesting because this month, there is definitely this vibe of you all kind of stepping back a little bit and being the follower for a little bit, like just sort of letting go of that need for hustle and forcing and pushing and striving, and really just falling back. There's a gentleness to this energy that's kind of allowing you to sink into the receptivity, to sink into somebody else having the answer, and that answer being better than what you could have maybe come up with. And that's okay, right? And following that advice. There's definitely this energy here of that, of appreciation for what others can offer when it comes to their wisdom and their advice. So there might be a little bit of you sort of following, I don't want to say following or being easily influenced by another, but by being open to what others have to say and seeing how you can kind of incorporate that without you feeling like you have to have all the answers or know it all type of thing, right? Or you have to be the one that sort of is fixing whatever it is or making it work. So there's a beautiful collaborative energy here with this as well, but there's definitely one that says sink into sink into your femininity this month, right? That vibration of receptivity, of slowing down, of more gentleness. So especially as if things get a little bit hectic with whatever changes are coming up for you, you might have to lean on other people, and that's okay. That's actually really beautiful. So beautiful month. I think beautiful month. The outcome absolutely can be beautiful. You might not see it come to fruition this month, right, in September, But whatever it is that you're kind of is being initiated now and you're moving through has the potential to be very, very, very rewarding. You just have to continue to keep your eye on the prize, keep moving forward, and also fall into that receptivity and allow others to help you and to be that guiding light for a little while. So hope it's a great one. Take care, 8s. Bye for now.